Hey everyone, welcome to my autumn garden vlog. Today is Monday, October 4th. It's 6:41 p.m. It just rained the entire day today, so it smells very autumny. It's a very earthy, rainy smell. There's a really distinct smell for autumn, but I thought I would do a vlog of how my plants have been doing. So we'll get started. Alright, so here is the hydrangea. In the summer it was really big and pink and beautiful, but as you can tell that it has aged as it's autumn, but it's still very beautiful. You can see like still the very bright pink magenta color, despite there being some brown and green aging, but other than that it's still very big and beautiful. I can't wait until next summer to see the whole new blooms again, but I think I will have to deadhead these later, but I'll wait until perhaps like the very brown cinnamon color comes out. Okay, and right here are my asiatic lilies. They are just sticks now. It has fully, like, the leaves have all decayed. There's no more foliage on it anymore. So in the next few days, when it's not raining or when it's not as wet, I'm going to cut these down, and then I'm going to take out the bulbs to prepare them for winter. So I'm going to winterize them just so, because where I live, winter is super cold and it freezes, so it could damage the bulbs. So I'll have to take them out of the ground and just keep them warm until next spring comes along, and then I can plant them again. So can't really see, but yeah. And here's my wheelbarrow. Not plant related, but this is how much rain has been in there. Almost the whole barrel has been full. So all right, now on to my hydrangea limelight tree. A lot of the blooms have turned pink. It's so beautiful. It's like aging like fine wine, but it's literally turning pink. It's so beautiful. It's like there's pink and cinnamon and a dash of like still the white from springtime. So it's this like mix, but I'm planning on cutting a few and then putting them in a vase to put them indoors. But it's so beautiful, like as a fall flower, and the color too, like given that like a lot of the flowers in autumn have already, you know, wilted or dulled, there's no longer color in the garden, but this hydrangea, it still gives color, and especially in autumn it's like this like pink cinnamon color. It's so beautiful. I love it. It's so beautiful. And it's huge too. Like I think with the, especially the blooms of the tree, it made it even like bigger. So I think next year it's just gonna like become like much bigger. And then here's my rhododendron. There are only a few blooms this year, so I'm looking forward to more blooms next year. I think in the middle here, these are like the leaf pods that they've sprouted already, but they haven't bloomed, so I think they're gonna bloom next year. But the seed pods do appear the year before. So not much growth on my rhododendron. It has grown definitely since I bought it, but not much bigger than this. And then over here is my gladioli. I kind of planted these like pretty late, so I doubt there will be any blooms this year on them. However, I'm going to have to still take out the corns from the pot and winterize them, similar to the Asiatic lilies. So just so I can keep them warm for next year, because they don't do well either when the ground freezes. Okay, and my Japanese maple. So it's still this crimson dark red color. It's grown a bit since we bought it this year, but I'll have to like put burlap around it soon to also prepare it for winter. The leaves haven't fallen off yet though. Some of the leaves have turned a bit like, again, aged red color, but some are still like the bright red, like these leaves, or the cluster here. But other than that, very beautiful. And then there's this like random branch here. Before there was something here on the end here, but it has since fallen off. So yeah. All right, so here's my daylily. The blooms literally last a day, at most 2 to 3 days. But in the summer, when the blooms died, I deadheaded the stem just so it could keep like the plant looking nice. So since then, it definitely has grown more leaves. But I think this is really similar to the Asiatic lilies in the sense that I have to take out the bulb from the ground to prevent it from freezing and dying. So I'll probably have to do this later. But other than that, really beautiful green foliage. All right, and then my huge pine tree, it's just getting bigger. However, this year there has been a lot of pine cones falling onto the ground, and I was thinking of making some Christmas ornaments out of them. I should have picked them up in the summer, but now that they're literally drenched and wet, so I'll wait for a better day when there's at least some sun and I can like dry them. And then after that, I'll just make some ornaments. There's a lot. Well, there's one there, there, there. Yeah, they're all wet. So right, and then so here's the other hydrangea. It was actually purple when we first bought it, or like that's the actual color, but now it has since turned pink as well. They all turn pink. But again, very beautiful. Like there's like, it gives off this dash of color even when it's autumn, which really beautifies like the whole garden, considering like it's just rain and pine trees and there's no other color really. So this is beautiful. It has grown. So when we first bought it, it was only the height was only as tall as the two flowers. Now it's much bigger, or much taller, I mean. And then over here are the mums. Now, They've literally grown so much. Like, look at it. It's like literally like stretching over to the pine tree, and it's literally stretching all over the place. When I first planted it, it was like only like this big. Now it has grown so much, like. And then if I do like a bird's eye view, like, it's huge. Like, it's huge. And it's like stretching. So, but if you look closely, like it has like these bulbs, I think. I don't know, I have to search up if how to winterize mums and whether or not we want to keep it for next year. I think we'll have to probably like cut it back down to the stem, cover it in mulch and leaves, and then next year they grow like a whole new bunch of stems. So I think that's it. Otherwise, like their leaves would die over the winter. So here are my boxwoods. You can kind of see the shape of them. They're pretty round, but in July I kind of trimmed them into this really rounded ball shape, and now you can see like there has been some growth. It's no longer a full-on ball shape. Same as this one here. But I think I'll have to wait. I'll wait until like the springtime to kind of clean it up a bit. There's no point in cleaning it up now because snow's gonna come, and yeah. So I'll give it a haircut in the springtime. Okay, and then right over here, the grass has been growing so much. I think there's one thing I love about autumn is the grass. The weeds are gone because they only germinate, well, except for this one here. But like all the other weeds, like crabgrass, I don't know, there's so many. Like in the summer there were so many, and now in autumn they've all like disappeared. Maybe because like the weather's too cold, or they can no longer germinate, or days are shorter and temperatures are colder. So like my grass is literally weed free. And also back here, like the grass looked like it was pretty much dying. However, I think it's slowly starting to regrow. I hope they do, because grass is pretty resilient. Okay, so down here are the violets. I think they're starting to dull now, but they've done such a good job over like the entire summer. Like they had constant purple blooms, and although they're not like huge or big or anything, it was a nice pop of color. So that was really nice. And then back here is the other Asiatic lily. I had 3. So this is the third one. And obviously it has dried out and the leaves have fallen off. So I will be taking the bulb out from the ground, and you can even see right here, like the bulbs are poking out from the ground. So that's really good. It means that it's very healthy. And then over the years, as it gets bigger, we can split them and we can have multiple Asiatic lilies. And then here is my magnolia tree. So yeah, this is the garden. Thank you for joining.